Good morning from Thailand. Well, I don't know how to say it. It's been an interesting month. A lot of emotions. A lot of emotions as I get ready for this change. As I leave Ben here to do work. And that's just not something I do. Like, I don't want to go. It's really weird. Ben's staying for an extra few weeks to do work on the boat, and it just seems wrong to leave him. We are such a team. We do everything together. I work right alongside him.
I'm Ben, that's Ashley. Together, we did the unimaginable. We sold everything and then set off on a mission to sail around the world.
Civilization. See you later.
Oh, it's a marlin.
It's a marlin.
Fill the freezer.
28 countries later and over 25,000 nautical miles, we are only halfway around the world. In a few hours, we'd be hauling Nahoa out of the water. We've covered a lot of ground in the past couple of years, 10 countries, over 10,000 miles, and some adventures we will never forget. So yeah, it was a bit emotional.
I'm leaving in 4 days. I'm leaving in 4 days to go home, have a baby. Such a life-changing experience. Getting pregnant, growing a family, it's really exciting. But it doesn't really change sailing, and I'm sure gonna miss this. This is pretty outrageous out here. And it's hilarious because last night there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fishing boats, and today there's nothing. We're just pulling into Krabi, which is just east of Phuket.
The next leg will take us across the Indian Ocean, a body of water that has a reputation for big waves and strong winds. In general, sailing offshore is not something we take lightly. Nahoa needs to be in top shape before we venture weeks offshore, and she needed some work before that could happen.
But it all come together, and it's no big deal, and it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go home. I have doctor's appointments that I'm very late on. Don't worry, there's lots more content coming. We are not quitting, we're just changing it up a little. Actually, we're not quitting at all. We should be able to keep the videos coming every week. And we're really, really excited. I cannot wait to meet this little thing inside me, which we have no idea what it is. I think people think we're a little nuts. We could have known it like 10 weeks. Don't care if it's a girl or a boy or an it, but everything's healthy, everything's looking really good. It's been really great sailing being pregnant. It hasn't really bothered me. Ben's been a little more protective. Morning, Port Dakota. We are just outside the entrance to your channel, over.
Well received, Nahoa. You can proceed in. You will be in the south part of the pontoon, starboard to the dock. Starboard to the dock, over.
We're going in there. Looks kind of mangrovey in there. Let's have a... what kind of hotel did he book us in, huh?
It's a new marina. Thank you very much, and we will proceed in. Nahoa will stand by us 6-9. Single file entrance. Don't get this wrong. Red is on the left. You ready?
Yeah.
I gotta get a dress on.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Let's go do that. Here.
Wow, I see.
Wow.
Nice boat.
He's
one of your subscribers.
I know. This is like a 450, 620? Big boat.
Yeah, 620.
620. Huge boat.
First order of business, now that we were in the marina, was a visit to the harbor master, customs, and immigration, so that we were legally in the country.
Think so?
Hmm.
Just hop on. runs anymore. It's pretty old. We're here at like the Thai police.
It's the Marine Police.
The Marine Police, and we're supposed to tie up somewhere, but it's kind of hard, so I'm just gonna tie my dinghy onto their big boat. Let's see how this goes. Kind of scary. Feels so absolutely wrong tying your boat up to a police, like a military police vessel. But your dinghy is safe, I guess.
We were instructed to tie up here, so I'm thinking it's okay.
We're done with customs, immigration, port control. Yeah, it's time to see what Thailand has to offer.
It's kind of surreal looking, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. They got fish that walk on land right down here.
What do you think those taste like?
Mud.
Isn't it pretty funny?
Give me some poses. This is the master, by the way.
Good morning.
Good morning!
You want to be on YouTube?
No.
It's okay.
It's okay. He is the master here at Port Tacola. He knows everything. He's really good.
It's too nice. I don't know everything, but well, I do my best.
But yeah, no, we.
ได้ครับ
You speak Thai too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, but อะไรปั๊ม
This is the trailer we're using. It's a pretty unique setup because it has two cross beams, one on the front and then one on the back. Yeah, I think it'll work out great. And if it doesn't, we'll catch it on camera. So stay tuned.
The idea and the reasoning behind all this sort of getup is that we're spreading the load. There's a lot of stuff that goes into a cruising catamaran. So what was once 7 tons dry from the factory is probably now 10 tons. 10 tons of catamaran coming out on a trailer. So what Sebastian has done, and this is unique, this trailer is a Rudberg trailer, and it's something that boatyards buy and a lot of boatyards have. What is more unique to this setup is these cross beams that they've customized here to haul catamarans with this Rudberg trailer. And this one will sit under a bulkhead on the bow, so there's a really hard spot where the cross beams go across in the catamaran at the front. And it'll go right under that very hard, rigid spot that is our boat. Now our boat at the back, the structural bulkhead at the back of our boat isn't easily accessible because it's between like the sail drive and the rudder and the prop is in the way, and so there's all this stuff. So basically we can't get a strap in there, we can't get a beam in there. So this is gonna go under our keel to spread the load. So it's gonna be take them a bit to get it all set up. They're gonna go dive under our boat again and check it out. So let's go see what they're doing down there.
I don't have any nerves about pulling the boat out. I think we're in good hands here. I think the hard part is all these things that we're gonna miss because we're not used to life on the heart anymore. It's been 5 years since we set sail. And yeah, like we live on the water. We like to swim, we like to dive. We like to wake up and have ocean around us. So it's gonna be a bit of an eye-opener going home. Hopefully we'll last. And if we don't last, we have another plan, which we'll talk about.
นี่ไงตรงนี้มันไม่มีเก่งเลยใช่ไหม
ใช่ไม่มีเลยโล่ง
โล่งเลยหยิบไปอยู่
เดี๋ยวนี่ครับนี่
ทีมือผมไหม
ไม่ใช่ถอยหลังมาอีก
So these guys are trying to figure out where exactly
นั่นแหละ
bulkheads are.
นี่เซฟ
โอ้มันอยู่น้ำ
And this right here is a bulkhead. It's actually a door, and it's one of the smaller bulkheads because notice how wide it is. There's a ton of space in here. If we turn it around and look forward, there's 3 more bulkheads, each of them supporting the outside of the hull.
ให้ผมเอารถก่อนรถอยู่นู่นเอาให้ผมไปก่อนนะผมเอาไม่ถึงโอเคดึงไป
you. That's not
Everywhere you look, there's a camera on your face.
Pam!
ครับ
เอาลวดตั้งลำไปปนน้ำมันนิดนึง
โอเค
It is a very slow process getting hauled out of the water, and you want it to be. We're taking our time here. You can start to feel it. The boat starts to move. It's starting to lift up.
Now they're gonna lift the keels at the back and then try and kind of balance everything out.
Well, I think he's using the bridle now.
Down here in the hull listening to the keel because I want to be able to hear if anything starts cracking. We did hit that rock a while ago and we haven't hauled since. Alright. Toilet's draining, that's a good sign. What's going on with those, Ash?
ไปเต้ากี่สองอันกูผมใช้กี่สอง
It's funny how the first time you're so nervous and this is our 5th haul out or something.
We hauled in Virginia, USA, then Grenada, then New Zealand, and now here. So this is our 4th haul out in 5 years. It's pretty good, almost once a year. That's a lot of money every year.
ขอบคุณครับครับผมคอยสเล็ก
It's gonna be different coming back. New crew member, changes good. Pretty sure Shrek said something about change is good donkey, but you know, it's also tough. He forgot to mention that. How's it going?
What's that?
0.08.
Wow.
No, 0.8.
That's crazy. I can't believe it measures the depth even out of the water.
And just like that, the boat's going to bed.
So part of having a safe boat is making sure that your rig, like your mast and all the shrouds and the wires that hold it up are good. Making sure that no water gets in, which is why we're doing the escape hatches and some other through hulls. And then the third, probably most important thing is making sure that your steering is not going to fail. So that's what we're doing right here. We're actually pulling out our rudders and we're going to have a look at those and service them, fix them up if they need any work. How's my ding on the keel?
I haven't inspected it that closely. How's my ding?
No noise at all when she went up. No noise at all. Good. For lagoons, it's not a big deal. She's not too dirty, huh?
That's okay, yeah.
You were fast when you hit the rock?
Like 4 knots.
That's pretty fast.
Where I hit the rock, it's kind of interesting because it glanced off here, then it came back, glanced here, side of the keel, and then finally biggest impact was at the bottom. So at least we slowed down, like as we climbed the rock, we slowed down. You'll see more once it gets great. I was just told there's king cobras in the field behind us.
Did I talk to you about scorpions or not yet?
No, you haven't told us about the scorpions.
We have scorpions as well, but they are not very dangerous. That's not the that's not the African one.
Do they hide like in the garbage here?
For example, if you move around the tires, make
careful.
noise before it.
Okay.
Because they like to go in, they will never go on board. But in the bush, the tires, always be careful.
What about
but
snakes on board?
Noise. If you make noise, that's okay. Loud music all day, you're walking, you're safe.
Lots of noise. And there's king cobras, right? You said
Yes,
king cobras.
yes, monsieur.
I don't know.
I had 2 in my house last year.
What color? Black?
2 meter long. Yeah, a big one.
So it's the beginning of the boat work. This is where my job ends and Ben's job takes over to this year. I've spent the last 2 weeks basically storing the inside, and it's a mess inside because it's packed away and all good. And now it's Ben's turn to pack away the rest.
This is quite odd. I'm alone on the boat in a boatyard. My pregnant wife is heading home on a plane to Canada, and I have about 2 to 3 weeks worth of work ahead of me. So let's start the day off right. What do you think? First beer to getting started.